Hello, I'm Dr. Tailor. I'm a senior lecturer and the programme leader for BA Honours Criminology, Criminology and Social Policy and Criminology and Sociology. And I'm going to tell you a little bit today about the criminology programmes here at the University of Lincoln. Criminology is an interdisciplinary subject. That means that it acts as a rendezvous point, a meeting point for different disciplines that can lend their expertise and their understanding to help us to think about the crime problem and the criminal justice process. Here at the University of Lincoln, we are really well placed within the School of Social and Political Sciences to deliver that kind of interdisciplinary perspective on criminology, because we sit alongside the subjects of social policy, sociology, politics and international relations. And regardless of whether you choose the single honours programme or the joint programmes, you will inevitably encounter these different subject areas and be taught by staff from these different teams. And this really helps to give you a new way of thinking about crime that goes beyond common sense perceptions and perhaps some of the more sensationalised or dramatised elements of crime that you might have come across within the media. And so it gives us a different way of thinking about crime. In particular, we like to expand the criminological imagination beyond thinking about just what is a crime now, and think about what has been a crime in the past and what could be criminalised in the future. Crime is socially constructed, and essentially what we're talking about are forms of harm, social harms. So we ask the bigger questions about why certain forms of social harm might be subject to criminal sanction, why others aren't, and what different kinds of mechanisms we might use. And so having these tools from these different subject areas are really helpful in addressing those kinds of bigger questions. One of the strengths of the programme here at Lincoln is that we offer you opportunities to tailor-make your degree and to shape it to what you're interested in learning about. And this is particularly so if you're on the single honours criminology programme because of the number of option blocks available. Not only can you pick up specialist modules in the criminology area around certain forms of harm, crime and criminal justice, but we also give you the opportunity to dip your toe into some of those other subject areas from across the school. So if you find in your first year you enjoyed some of the introduction to social policy that you learned about, then you can pick up some of that and learn more about social policy or politics later on in your programme. You'll be taught by staff who are research active, who are experts in their field, who have a track record in publication, and they will have written some of the books and journal articles that you'll come across on the programme and that sit in our library. But beyond that, our academics don't just want their research findings to sit in a book on a shelf getting dusty. They want them to have impact in the real world. And so our staff are all engaged in civic and community action. They work in partnership with local organisations in the public sector, in the criminal justice agencies, and local community and charity organisations to help to shape policy and practice and to try and improve the work that they do. This gives some excellent opportunities to students to be able to work alongside staff and have the benefit of those kind of community and industry links. And we make really good use of that in particular in our Criminology and the Professions module, which is a core module that is an integrated career planning module. And in this module we bring in to teach alongside the criminology staff key professionals from the community, many of whom are our alumni, our graduates who've gone on to bigger and better things, so they can share their insights with you about the work that they do. We have a couple of modules that are taught in partnership with key criminal justice agencies. So we have a youth justice module and a policing module. And they are taught in partnership with the Youth Offending Service in Lincolnshire, Lincolnshire Police and the Office of the Police and Crime Commissioner. And again, these give the opportunity for students to learn from professionals working in the real world so that you get those insights into what's happening right now in the local area in terms of these criminal justice issues. Our assessment strategies are also designed to help you to develop these new skills that you're going to need in the workplace, as well as your academic learning skills. We really don't rely heavily on traditional exams and essays, although you will have some of those. We try to be more creative and think about different ways of building your skills through the assessments that we give you. So for example, you'll be asked to analyse some quantitative data, some statistics, and be able to present that in a meaningful format. We get you to think about how to communicate research findings in different ways, so verbally and also visually. And you might be asked to perhaps provide information in a format that's more suitable for a professional audience. So for example, writing a briefing paper for a local charity. And all of these different strategies enable you to develop your skills and also showcase the kinds of assessments that you're good at. We work really closely with our students in everything that we do. Our way of working with students is underpinned by the student as producer ethos at the University of Lincoln more broadly. We build partnerships, relationships with students so that they can help us to shape our curriculum when we're designing new modules or we're thinking about changes to our assessment strategy. And I think the other thing to perhaps shout about in terms of our relationships with students is the support that we're able to give to them. The kind of pastoral care that's embedded into our school through the personal tutor groups and the mentoring scheme where second and third year students supported incoming students in October to help them to transition into the university in this tricky year. We really do care about our students. We want you to succeed. I hope you found this brief talk interesting and look forward to seeing you in October if you come to study with us at the University of Lincoln. Thank you.